What's up, bookish babes? Welcome back to another video. I am Kiana Lashay for all the new besties that have subscribed and joined the family. I truly appreciate it. I just want to let you guys know that. But in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys my all-time favorite romance books so far of 2024, I guess you could say. Yeah, let's say of 2024. So it's my all-time favorite romance books of 2024. And y'all, I've been on a roll with reading off of my physical TBR, and I'm truly proud of myself. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I haven't read too many Kindle Unlimited books that was not on my physical TBR so far, although it's a couple on my Kindle that they've been calling my name, like Losing Control, In Love with the Country Thug. It's a few of them, just a tad bit of them that's on there that has been really trying to get your girl to break protocol. But I've been holding strong and reading strictly off my physical CBR. So we're gonna talk about my favorite romance books that I've just been truly obsessed with, and the ones that have been like really stuck with me. Now it's not many, but it is a few, and I want to share with you guys those few. Now, the first one I want to talk about is Christina Jones' books, y'all. I just really discovered her this year, like at the beginning of the year, I want to say. Maybe not even the beginning, like probably closer to the middle. And I've been reading her books, and y'all, if you haven't read a Christina Jones book, her name, I think it's Christina C. Jones. If you haven't read any of her books, I suggest you do so. Like, those are the Kindle Unlimited books that had me, like, in a chokehold. Like, it had me wanting to read books off my Kindle versus my physical TBR because they were so good. And the first one I'll mention is Ante Up. Now, it's a part of her high stakes series. I only read the first book in that series so far, and it's about this girl who works at this casino. She's like a professional poker player, I guess you can say, and she had a hard life. Her brother, her mom, is search up the trigger warnings, I may say. So for I get yeah, because that probably could trigger somebody. So search up the trigger warnings before you read it. But like I said, it's about this girl. She's works at this casino, and she's trying to save up money to enter in this championship. And one night she's at this poker game, and she runs into this tall, dark, mysterious, handsome, fine-looking young fellow, and they end up having a one-night stand, and kind of find out it was her boss at the casino. Y'all, the way this book took a turn, it was so crazy. I just truly obsessed. I was truly obsessed with that book. It was so good. I think I get a book a 5-star, if not a 5, a 4.75. Like I said, it's gonna be on the screen so you guys can see the picture of it, so you guys know exactly what book I'm talking about. It won't be no misunderstanding, none of that. Check it out. Okay? Okay. Now the next one, y'all know one thing about me, y'all know if I'll tell you a joke, but I ain't gonna never tell you a lie. I'm obsessed with the let's take a moment of silence and pause because she just announced the name of Hendrix's book, and I just cannot wait to get my hands on it. Like, I really want to email Forever Publishing and like ask, can I be on a PR list for this drop, because I need it. I need that. I need that. I need that. Y'all, I need it. I'm fiending for it. Like, the way I'm obsessed with this friend group. Just imagine the third book of Hendrix. Just like, we're just gonna imagine it is right here. Because why? Like, do y'all see? Like, y'all see the book, and I just need it, y'all. Okay. Well, back to what I was talking about, but because when that book comes out, it don't come out until next year, and I don't know if I can wait. I don't know if I can wait that long. But we're gonna try to get on that PR list. We're gonna try to get on the PR list for Forever Publishing because they sent me something once. We can see if it can happen again. But before I let you go, no, before I let go, and this could be us. Go back to what I was saying. Okay, but anyways, never mind. Um, I'm obsessed with these books. These books, this friend group, their kids. Like, although a Hendrix is a rich auntie, these two kids, Josiah and Josiah and what is his name? Judith. Why do I both of her they men start at J's? I just realized that. But Josiah and Judith, the men in these books. If you haven't read either of these books, I don't know what y'all waiting on. The friendship, the way that they're there for each other when they're struggling or going through things or trying to overcome something or just needing someone to talk to, somebody's shoulder to lean on. The friendship. Their kids are hilarious. Although Yasmin's daughter, she in the first book, she kind of pissed me off. She kind of pissed me off, but read it if you haven't, y'all. I just don't know what else to say to y'all because it's just that good. Anything Kennedy Ryan writes is going to be a hit. No matter what you say, no matter what you think, it's going to be a hit. It's going to be. Obsessed. I am obsessed. You feel me? Now, the next one is a recent read, and it's Wild Love by Elisie. Y'all, I love Ford and Rosie, their relationship, the banter, the way that they just kind of get each other and know exactly what's going on in the other, it's just... Ford loved her all his life. She was oblivious to it. She thought that they just were enemies and he didn't like her and that he just like arguing with her. He just looking at her like his best friend, little pesky sister that followed them around. Ford was obsessed with this girl. Ford would do anything for this girl. Ford would drop anything for this girl. Not to mention he is rich. He was born rich. He grew his wealth. Like, he is a billionaire. We love a rich man. We do. The way, just reading about me, I was giggling. I was kicking my feet. I was sad at one point. I was like angry for a second, just for a second, not too long, because like it was just like something minuscule. So the way, if you haven't read this book, don't be like me. Don't wait any longer. Just read it. Y'all going to be obsessed with it when you read it. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry about that. I wish you the best in life. But me, I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed. That goes to... This book right here is about his sister. This book right here is about her brother. Single father romances. Both of them. I forgot to say that. Single father, small town. She's in Chestnut Spring. He's in Rose Hill. I think it's like an hour or so drive apart. It's not even a long distance. I think one of these books has a map in it. I think the new one, Wild Eyes, has a map. No, this one does too. Let me show you. It's not a long distance. As you can see, you see Chestnut Springs and then Rose Hill right here. So, yeah. I wonder if she coming out with books for these other places that's on here. Are they already out? We don't know. We shall find out. But yeah, that's what I want to show y'all. But this one is about Willa and Cade. Willa went on as Cade's nanny, and things kind of transpire. Like, Willow is just like the fun, colorful, free-spirited bunch, and Cade is this grumpy, I don't want to fall in love with nobody else because my baby mama hurt my feelings type. That's what it gave me. very detailed, but that's what it gave me. And I loved every bit of it. I loved every bit of it. Now, like I said, this is a part of the Chestnut Spring series. So Willow is also the girl Summer in the first book, Flawless best friend, and Cade is the guy Rick in the first book, brother. Y'all, I need to finish this series, but I am absolutely obsessed with these two. Like, I feel like y'all don't heard me talk about these two so many times on so many different occasions, and I never stopped until I found somebody better, and I doubt I will. And but you ain't gonna doubt that, because these authors, well, Miss Elisie Silver, she does the thing with these men in her books, so who knows? I may fall in love with West in Wild Eyes, which I am currently reading right now. Elisie Silver has me in a chokehold this fall season. We're gonna be finished with her whole backlog by the end of fall. So yeah, Heartless. If you haven't read the Chestnut Spring series, Cowboys, Single Fathers, Sports, you know, it's something in there for everybody. As you can see, the series right here, that whole little series right there. I have 2 copies of Flawless, 2 copies of Heartless, and we don't know. We might buy 2 copies of the other ones as I read it. Then next we have The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. This one is about this girl named Clementine who her aunt ends up passing away, leaving her walk up in New York City. I think it's New York. I believe it is New York. Manhattan. I don't know what part of New York, but she ends up doing her walk up in New York, and her auntie always told her, like, it's magical, like magic stuff happens. And one day she ends up going into the house, and she ends up 7 years in the past. I think it's the past. I can't remember. I haven't read this book in a minute. It's, yeah, 7 years in the past, where she walks in and this guy's in her house saying that her aunt gave him permission to stay there, and she's thinking he's crazy because her aunt's passed, and she realized that she's 7 years in the past and that he's not really there in the future. So she ends up going out and finding him, basically, well, trying to find him, or living her day-to-day life. Like, she's in the house, she's in the past, she's outside the house, she's in present day. It's so good, y'all. I feel like this is a good fall read, so you may see this in my fall TV recommendation book video. So you get a heads look at that one. Now, last but not least, we have Honey and Spice, y'all. I love this book. I tell everybody just how much this book reminds me of the movie Brown Sugar with Sanaa Lathan. I think that's how you pronounce the name. I don't never really remember how to pronounce that girl name, but with that woman, I'm not gonna call her a girl because she's a grown woman. But that movie was so good, and this book is an equivalent to that movie. When I read it, it's basically about this girl. Her name is Bree. Is it Bree? No, Kiki. Her name is Kiki, and she has this radio show on her college campus called Brown Sugar. Is it the name of the podcast? I feel like that's why it goes so hand in hand, because the name of her podcast is Brown Sugar. I don't remember. Yeah, it is. It is Brown Sugar. So maybe that's why this book is like an inspiration of Brown Sugar. But she's basically on her podcast telling the girls how to avoid waste men, as she calls them. And she ends up running into this campus player whose name is Makai, who is basically trying to trying to change his ways and show everybody, like, hey, I'm not trying to be a player no more. I just crush a lot. But anyways, anywho, he's trying to show everybody that he's not trying to be this playboy anymore, and that he can be a one-woman man and settle down. And him and Kiki ends up in this fake dating situation for her radio station, and it's so good. Y'all gonna reread this. I'm going to reread this book. It's going to be in another video. Man, maybe, should I read it for y'all, with y'all, or should I just read it by myself? Because I feel like I got a video of me reading this book. So I think I'm going to reread it by myself and just cherished how amazing this book is. Like, the way it's so good. Her friends, his friends, like the radio station, and her and the advice she's giving college students. Now, her advice is valid. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Some of it is valid. It is so valid. Love yourself before you try to love somebody else. Some of her advice on her show is so valid. But we're not gonna keep talking about it. If you haven't read it, read it. You'll love it. If you love the movie Brown Sugar, you're guaranteed to love this book. But I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.
I'm calling bullshit. Say you got it, but you ain't got nothing. Bad bitches don't say shit, they just come.